Sometimes it seems that if you didn't have bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all. That's how it's been for me this whole last year. My name is Sandra Rochelle. I'd like to welcome you to my channel. This is part of a series on what happened to me when I discovered that I had a brain tumor. When I left off, I was at the point of recovery after a very long time, and then something happened again. This no one could explain. It's a strange thing. My husband was in another room. I was in the bathroom, and he heard something that he thought was strange, so he came to check on me. And I was sitting on my handicapped toilet speaking gibberish. And when he came into the room, I stopped breathing. So he tried to get me off of the chair. Fortunately, I was in that chair because it kept me from falling off and cracking my head, which really would have been bad with a brain tumor. He couldn't get me off of the handicapped seat because my legs got tangled up in the legs of the chair. Well, unbeknownst to me, he had contacted a friend of ours who's a massage therapist to come and work on my legs because he was afraid I was going to atrophy because I was bedridden so much. She showed up right when this happened, and she knew CPR. So he got her into the house. She helped him get me off of the seat and onto the floor, started her working on me, and he called 911. They were there very quickly. They put me on a gurney, took me in an ambulance to the emergency room, and I was hospitalized for a little more than 5 days. Of course, I remember none of this. I was out. I started breathing before they got me out of the house, but I had to be intubated and all sorts of things. And what happened as the result of that is, one, none of my doctors could explain what happened, even though they ran tests and everything. Nobody knew why that happened. And two, it set me back. I had already pretty much recovered. I was walking, I was eating, I was sleeping, I was socializing, I was able to write articles. It set me completely back to the beginning, and I had to go through therapies and things, doctor visits and so forth, all over again. So I was beginning to lose faith in doctors because they never could tell me why things were happening, and they couldn't seem to fix what was wrong. And now I was worse than I was before. Anyhow, I did all the stuff again, and very slowly, once again, started to come back. My family doctor wanted to do a CAT scan because of what had happened. And I told him I was due to have a brain scan, a follow-up brain scan, shortly, like within a month or so. I didn't see the point of having both. So I waited. And that brings us up to the present. Last week, I went and I had a brain scan, and I visited with my neurosurgeon and found out that my tumor has come back. It is now 1 centimeter. It's a slow grower, so that's a good thing. And I thought when he told me this, I thought, oh, now I'm going to have to start all over again and have another surgery and go through all this again. I don't know if I can handle this. Well, he said, no, we're not going to have surgery. We're going to do radiation therapy, 28 radiation treatments, because we have to get that tumor out of there. Now understand that these tumors of the type that I have, a craniopharyngioma, come in two parts. They are part cyst and they are part hard tumor. He had removed both. Well, now the cyst part was back. And he said if we didn't get that out of there, the tumor would build up again, and then I would have to have another surgery. So there's really not a lot of choice in this. And um, it was a blow to both of us, no question. We thought, oh, here we go again. Worse yet, he wanted me to use a radiologist that I was not comfortable with. He had bad reviews online. I always research my doctors. He had bad reviews online from his patients, and I did not see. He had a good education, had been doing this for a long time, but he was advertised as a palliative specialist, not as a radiologist, and that made me uncomfortable too. So I started looking around for other doctors and kept running into walls until finally I got a hold of a place in Tampa that had good doctors and good equipment and good experience. And so I have made appointments, one of which is going to occur in a couple days, and another is going to occur at the end of February unless I can get in through a cancellation. And I'm going to have to go through this. It's not easy. There are no guarantees with it. The side effects can be anything from nothing to death. Just that simple. And all of the things I've had before can be made worse, but there is no choice. So as I said when I began this video, sometimes if you don't have bad luck, you have no luck. And right now, I'm kind of down. This just appears like this is just going on and on and on. It's hard on my husband. It's hard on me. My friends are upset. Just doing the best that we can. So now it's kind of a waiting game. And I got through the passing out and not breathing. I got through being set back, with the brain problem. I got through the surgery. I got through all the side effects. I have a lot of side effects, I won't lie to you. And they're not comfortable. They're not fun. But I'm stuck with them. And as I said earlier in these videos, I am glad that I am old. I'm 76 years old. Whatever happens, it will happen less because of my age. So hang in there, keep listening, and wait for the next video. I will share with you what happened when I went to see the new neurosurgeon.